Hi there, this is Navida Dolopo, and I'm going to do some formalities and introduce myself before I talk about what's going on here. This is my 81st video specifically regarding Chinese medicine. I have two websites, moveyourqi.com and committedtobetterme.com. The name of my business is Elements in Harmony, Acupuncture, and Chinese Herbs, and I practice in Laguna Hills. I started practice June 22, 1999, and if you look at both my websites, you'll see my track record. I treat a lot of people regarding pain, anxiety, I don't like to advertise it, but weight loss, depression, digestive issues, cardiovascular issues, hypertension, things like that, especially regarding pain. So I focus on Balance Method Acupuncture. I have not focused on the aesthetics part of acupuncture. I will say, though, that when I treat people, including one of my patients today, I look like this all day because I've been wanting to do this video all day. I've just been really busy with patients. My patients noticed today one specific statement from one of my patients. I said, when I'm treating you in general, you should feel better and look better because whether I put needles in your face or not, when I'm putting needles in your body, this should improve. She said, you know what? I noticed she's coming in for platelet issues. I've been posting some case studies regarding her. She said, I noticed, she's my age, she's 45. She said, I noticed that my wrinkles are gone. And I didn't know what I was attributing it to because she doesn't put anything on her face. She doesn't put cream. She doesn't, take any supplements. She just noticed that her face was just getting more firm. And she's been with me for a while. She's been with me for at least 20 treatments, probably around 35 treatments. And we're getting tremendous results. If you want to see that case study, let me know and I'll send you to the, on my website, just go under platelet count, under ongoing studies. So committedtobetterme.com, ongoing studies, platelet count, and you'll see her case. But she said, but I noticed that my skin's getting better. Now, so that has been my focus for the last, 20 years, but especially the last since 2006, really focusing on serious mental, physical, emotional, internal health issues. And we've gotten great results. And I'm a big, devout follower of Balance Method Acupuncture. I can treat the face with just Balance Method Acupuncture. However, about a month ago, someone, a colleague, another acupuncturist, had posted a video on Cosmetic Acupuncture. I read it. I thought it was very interesting because the eye catcher was that Gwyneth Paltrow is one of the celebrities who promotes, she endorses facial acupuncture, cosmetic acupuncture. And so I post this thing, and I got a lot of my own patients say, hey, do you do that? And let me back up a little because last year I had at least 3, if not more, around maybe 3 minimum that I can remember, but maybe about 6 to 10 throughout the year of 2018 who texted me or called me and they said, do you do cosmetic acupuncture? And the only reason why I turned them away was, number one, it takes a little more time from me, and it wasn't really the thought process I wanted to include in my practice. I'm treating things like multiple sclerosis, people with, people who are undergoing chemotherapy and radiation, and they need me to help them with energy and their hair and making sure that they don't have nausea during their oncology treatments. So I'm treating some heavy cases here. When someone has trigeminal neuralgia, they're coming in for severe pain cases. I'm preventing hysterectomies. Cosmetic acupuncture kind of takes the back end. However, when I did post that video, I was surprised about the demand people have for cosmetic acupuncture. Now, you might be wondering, well, if you can do acupuncture on the body and it's having, an effect on the face, why would I do cosmetic acupuncture? Well, these needles are a lot different. I don't like to use these needles on the body. I like to use thicker needles, 34, 36 gauge, sometimes 32. I like thicker gauge needles because I can elicit more chi in the person. I can get much more work done with the quality and the thickness of the needle. These are high quality needles, but the thinness, it's too thin. And I don't like to use these particular needles in the body. That's just my particular taste. I prefer for my patients to feel some chi happen when I'm treating them, or at least have the thickness of the needles. That's just me. And all I can say is, go on my 2 websites and you'll see my track record, and that's what I base it on. These needles on the face, so I chose specific areas. It's kind of hard to treat myself because, trying to make it symmetrical so then, so it looks aesthetically pleasing to the observer on the camera. When I'm treating myself with Balance Method on my body, it's easy. I can see myself. But on my face, it's a little different. I initially had it here, but then you could see these needles, and then it just didn't look good for camera. But I figured 5 is enough for people can see, okay, there are needles on her face. What is this all about? And also, at least if I do more than 5, I might look like Hellraiser, and I don't want to, scare people off. But if you look at cosmetic acupuncture, if you Google it and you look up images, you'll see that there are a lot of different types of treatments, and you'll see from maybe 5 to 10 needles to like 30 to 50 needles. It really depends on what the patient needs. So because of that video, because of that Facebook post, I realized that there is definitely a demand from me, specifically from my patients, and they would love to receive cosmetic acupuncture from me. So I went ahead and, I'm happy to do it. It's a totally different price setup, so you'll have to call me at 949-305-1703 or text me at 619-341-4341, and I will give you my rates specifically for cosmetic acupuncture. I have a patient who is getting treatment for Bell's palsy, and she's had it for 8 years. And after 20 plus treatments, she's had at least 50% improvement. Little things like putting on her mascara, she can close her other eye. She wasn't able to do that before. That's a huge change. Up until 2 days ago, the side of her neck, she would always pull her neck out of the blue. That has not happened, except it did happen twice yesterday. So I'm back to, making sure that goes away. This area right here is a lot looser. Overall, her face feels a lot looser. I've treated a lot of Bell's palsy cases. I don't throw Bell's palsy with cosmetic acupuncture. Bell's palsy, there is an underlying health condition. Because she had asked me, what's the difference? Because I am doing some local. I have done many Balance Method Acupuncture, especially acute, with no needles on the face, just needles on the body, and they're like 90% improved within 6 treatments, within 5-6 treatments. So I want to see at least 30 to 80% improvement within 5 to 15 treatments. With Bell's palsy, the sooner I can get like 80+% improvement within 5 to 10 treatments when it's an acute case, then I'm super happy, and I don't want it to prolong. With this particular case, I can tell that her response needed, from the beginning, needed some local treatment. It's been 8 years, and I have, if you've been my patient here, or if you know about my work, I'm not one to put needles if there's neck pain. I'm not one to put needles in the elbow if there's elbow pain, and so on and so forth. So, but there are times where I feel like, what, in this case, she basically had gestational diabetes over 8 years ago. It's going on 9 now, and she wasn't diagnosed by her OB, and it was left untreated, and she had Bell's palsy due to gestational diabetes. And I think about a year or 2 years later, I can't remember exactly the dates, she went and saw a physical therapist, and that physical therapist said that it would not be helped with physical therapy because it had been too long. So for 8 years, she didn't do any kind of therapy, no acupuncture, no physical therapy, nothing, no massages in the area. But I will say, after 20 plus treatments, around 19, actually, she got 50% improvement. So I know exactly what to do with her. I bring that up because she said, what is the difference between cosmetic acupuncture and that acupuncture? That is more medical based for me. With cosmetic acupuncture, it's more like enhancing the face. So I feel personally that when I'm treating someone, you should see changes with your face. I don't like to put anything on my face. I like how my face looks. I'm not afraid of any wrinkles. I think I'd like to, I'm 45 now. I'd like to age gracefully. And I feel like the supplements and the herbs and the acupuncture and the lifestyle I live, the way I eat, how I live in moderation with many things, making sure that I get plenty of sleep, drink a lot of water. I feel like that all is encompassing towards looking as youthful as possible as I grow old. So I'm not concerned about that, but I do notice with my patients that I have put some needles locally that their wrinkles will go away, that they feel more, there's when we feel good about how we look, the way we present ourselves is a lot different to the world. So because of that video, or because of that post that I shared, and it was so well taken, I have decided, you know what, there's a demand from me specifically, from my current patients. Therefore, I'm going to open it up to everyone else who wants cosmetic acupuncture. Now, the thing that's going to make me a little different is because I love Balance Method so much, is the treatment of my cosmetic acupuncture treatments is definitely going to have the component of a very powerful and significant component of Balance Method Acupuncture regarding the face. So the needles are going to be anywhere between 5, which is what you're seeing right now, 10, 20 or more needles depending on the case. But I also will be treating the constitution of the person. Constitution means like the underlying issues, to make sure that all this is the, la creme de la creme, the cherry on top of a sundae, to make sure that you got to see results. And I do recommend taking before and after pictures so you can see, okay, it's really going in that direction. Just like my Bell's palsy case. I told her, maybe at least once a week, if not every other week, minimum once a month, to take pictures. Taking pictures of her at rest position. So like right now, if you looked at her, you would not see, I think at resting position, she does not look paralyzed on one side. And I believe that, and so if she is taking these pictures, she can see, oh, look, at resting position, I used to droop and my eye was like this and I felt more tight. And now I'm a lot more, normal, natural looking. So that's my little spiel. I definitely want my patients to see results. The rates for cosmetic acupuncture is much different than my rate. It's more expensive than my rates for standard treatments. I do Balance Method Acupuncture. It just takes a lot more time, and these special needles. These needles many acupuncturists use in general for their patients. I don't like to use these special Japanese needles because it's too thin for me, and I go through a lot of needles, and I like to keep my the cost of doing business low. This is quite more money to buy for the needles, so it's kind of transferred over, but you're also getting my expertise doing cosmetic acupuncture, and I'm going to be definitely taking even more classes, and I'm constantly reading books on how to do cosmetic acupuncture correctly, but with the component of Balance Method. So if you're interested in my work, please call me. Do not schedule cosmetic acupuncture treatments online. Regular acupuncture, regular Balance Method Acupuncture, you can schedule online at moveyourqi.com or committedtobetterme.com. The cosmetic acupuncture, you have to contact me. Best to text me at 619-341-4341, or you can call me at 949-305-1703. Thank you so much. And if you're interested, or if you know of someone else that's interested, please let them know. Thank you. Have a great day and Happy New Year.